Joining the conversation now is Behnam Ben Taleblu, a senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Tensions with the U.S. are rising. The war in Gaza has resumed, at least for now. The rhetoric is intensifying. Where does Iran stand at this moment?
Pleasure to be back with you. Listen, the Islamic Republic's policy essentially remains the same, which is to essentially have its cake and to eat it too. It's going to continue to fight to the last Arab in the region, and with the opportunity, or with actually the pause afforded to it and its axis of resistance, with the ceasefire now under doubt or under jeopardy, you're likely to see what's left of the Iranian threat network in the region flexing their muscles. That's highly likely why there is a good chance of a resumption of Houthi attacks against Israel as well as against international shipping. So the Islamic Republic is trying to increase the asking cost of being able to actually check this threat network. And then on the home front, with its forces and air defenses on high alert, it's trying to signal that there'll be, despite the regime's very overt weakness, a high cost, a high political or military cost to landing a blow against the regime. I mean, make no mistake, the reason all of this is happening is because the ability to land a blow by the Israelis against the regime was proven to be able to be accomplished at a relatively low cost, both in April and in October of last year.
Right, and so far it's been, what, almost 5 months since Israel's attack in Iran, and it hasn't retaliated yet. Is that something we could see happening anytime soon? I mean, Tehran's saying it's prepared for anything. What are its options right now?
If you had to ask me if the regime retaliates, it would certainly be leading with its chin, because it'd be taking the covert Israel-Iran war or the shadow Israel-Iran war much more into the overt and conventional space, where clearly Israel and Israel's partners and allies like America retain escalation dominance, particularly in the conventional military space. But that being said, Iranian political, military, and even religious officials have not shied away from occasionally talking about what they say is Operation True Promise 3. True Promise 1 being the cruise missile, drone, and ballistic missile attack from April, and True Promise 2 being the largest ever single-day ballistic missile attack against Israel in recorded history. So they're certainly talking a lot more about it. They're certainly maneuvering like they may be doing it, but politically that trigger is yet to be pulled.
All right, and back to the Houthis here and their role. How close is the cooperation between Iran and the Houthis, and how far is Iran sort of willing to go to support them as they are supporting the cause, so to speak?
Well, it's not just that how far is the regime willing to go. That's a future question. Look at how far the regime already for the past decade has been willing to go. The Houthis have been an exceptionally low-cost, high return on investment. Through the Houthis, Iran has essentially been able to flip or bait and bleed the Saudi Arabias at relatively low cost for the duration of the Saudi war, the Arab coalition war against the Houthis in Yemen that started in 2015 after the Houthis took Sana'a, the Yemeni capital, in late 2014. The Iranians have given the Houthis, a non-state actor, state-level military capabilities that far exceed the military capabilities they've given to proxies that they've created in the region, like Lebanese Hezbollah. The Houthis, for example, already have medium-range ballistic missiles. The Houthis today are the first entity in the world to use during live fire anti-ship ballistic missiles. So the Islamic Republic has really already crossed these red lines. And in fact, it's brought on other elements of its axis of resistance to support the Houthis. Lebanese Hezbollah fighters have been killed and captured by the Arab coalition in years past in Yemen. And the Quds Force and Lebanese Hezbollah have helped the Houthis with targeting and military and political support as late as 2024.
All right, Behnam Ben Taleblu, thank you very much for your insight.
Thank you.